This is Irish Illustrated's 123. I'm Tim Priester with Tim O'Malley. Our question today is, does Notre Dame really need another running back like grad transfer from Stanford, Trevor Speights?
I thought you were going to stop with, do they need another running back? I was going to say, sure. But, if Lance Taylor thinks so, then they need another running back. But I don't know who Speights is better than on the roster. I assume it's not going to be the incoming guy and Chris Tyree. I don't know if he's better prospect than Jameer Smith or Sibo Flemister in college going forward, but here's the deal. They're bringing him in for a reason, and I have a feeling it's because they need something in that running backs room we don't know that they're missing. That's what happened with wide receiver a few years ago when they brought in Cam Smith and, to a lesser extent, Freddie Canteen.
In a word, it's probably leadership.
Yeah.
Jafar Armstrong's a great kid and a leader in his own right, but he's still learning how to play the position. Right. Certainly, Sibo Flemister and Jameer Smith are not in a position to lead. They need to become college football running backs. And then Kyron Williams, of course, has a lot to prove in it with Chris Tyree. And even Chris Tyree's not a guy that's going to be, a 20 carry a game guy. Yep. Now, Trevor Speights is not going to overlap with Will Shipley, whether Will Shipley came to Notre Dame or went to Clemson. So that's not going to be a factor. But I think it's leadership, Tim, and we certainly should trust Lance Taylor to a large extent. I'm not saying blind faith in what he thinks, but here's a guy that knows the kid. We don't know the reasons why he didn't carry the football at all last year, so he may not offer anything, but it's certainly worth the gamble. There's no reason to fret over a roster spot that may exclude Isaiah Robertson or somebody like that. It's worth a gamble. I'm going to trust Lance Taylor's opinion on this.
It's definitely worth a gamble in terms of roster space and stuff like that. I get the kind of lament on the message board of he's taking reps from Kyron Williams and perhaps Tyree, if the young guys that can develop. I see that at wide receiver back in the day because you have 11, 12 wide receivers and, you weren't getting – maybe Claypool didn't start when he should have those first few games of the season when they have Freddie Canteen starting against Georgia. But that wasn't specific to Claypool's talent at all. It was his buy-in. If all these guys buy in and are competing, they're getting the reps. Doesn't matter if they bring in Trevor Speights. If Jameer Smith looks the best, he's getting the reps. Same with Sibo Flemister. So I would not worry about that at all. I think the running back room helps that a little. It's a smaller room. You can earn your reps pretty quickly. Guys tend to get buried at wide receiver. I do agree that it was odd that Freddie Canteen was starting over guys like Chase Claypool when you're going against the eventual national runner-up Georgia. But I don't think it's a situation in the running backs room.
Look, Trevor Speights is not going to take away valuable carries for anybody in practice. First of all, you run position drills, and you need all the running backs or all the players at that position that you can get. If it's meaningful reps in practice and Trevor Speights is getting them, then it's because he's earned them. So, whichever one of those players deserves the meaningful reps will get them. And it doesn't, you have to understand the structure of a practice. That's not going to step on the feet of anybody. Right. That's it for 123. This is Irish Illustrated.